Hello, and welcome back to my channel, Indian Hen Farm. I am Delias Paris, and I enjoy working with all things sort of nature-inspired and paper, specifically making junk journals. But this is video 2 of the Make a Complete Junk Journal video. So if you'll remember, this is the junk journal we're making. I've got another one here. So we're doing the elastic binding with the pockets using the old book. And last week we stopped off where you, had folded up your pockets. Do we need a little more light? I think we do. Where we folded up our pockets and we got our spine piece ready. And I told you that the second video was going to be decoupaging. So let's get started. And just as a reminder, here's some decoupage with some of that rose napkin and some of the brown. Here is some decoupage using tissue paper. And here's one using another napkin, distressed and not distressed. So I have decided I'm going to use this green napkin for this junk journal. I think it's big enough. Let's double check. Is it big enough? Oh, just barely. You know what? We might have to switch plans. What other napkins do we have? Well, we had those. You know what? I think we can make it work. And if we need, we'll just do an extra piece. So let me start off with just talking about, so decoupaging doesn't take many supplies. I usually use a piece of parchment paper or wax paper. I reuse these over and over and over again. So don't worry, nothing's going to waste. I'm going to use cheap white glue. This is like, you know, any of the Elmer's glue, and some water and a paintbrush. So let me start off with getting some paper off. And getting my book laid out and ready. Okay, so to make my glue, I use this little bottle. I love this. It's a horseradish bottle, but it's kind of the perfect depth and size. And it's really hard to explain this. I'm using like 2 parts glue to 1 part water, but that's not a hard fast rule because when I use like Elmer's, it's a bit thicker. This is Dollar Tree glue, which, believe it or not, is some of my favorite because it's super liquidy before I even get started. So I'm going to pour some in here. It like pours out like milk. I mean, look at that. So let's add a little water. And I just have a little water bottle that I just keep. Add a little. And I close up my bottle. And I shake it. And that's one of the reasons I love using the bottles. I'm not stirring or anything. I can just give it a good shake. And let's just kind of check the consistency of a soft paintbrush. This is my decoupage brush. It lives like right. Yeah, so look. Hold on, let's see if I can do that better. Let's try. Can you see how that's just like dripping off? It's almost, I mean, it's so liquidy. It's not paste at all anymore. I'm hoping that here, hopefully it'll make more sense as you see the journal. It's kind of hard to show on video, but let's see. It's just dripping off. So we want it to basically be the consistency as loose as possible. Here's my napkin. What I do with these is I'll just take a little piece of washi tape and get on that corner. See? Ah. And sometimes, hold on. I may need a new piece of washi tape. This one I've used. Ah, got it. Do I got it? Come on. There it is. Okay. So I'm pulling that apart. So when you have, like, some napkins are 3-ply. Most of the ones I get, because I'm thrifty, are 2-ply. So I'm going to fold this up because I will use this for other projects later. But this is the one I'm going to decoupage with. So I've just got that one layer. And let's see. I am going to take these 3. I think I'm going to use a little paper clip. Just to keep them nice and tidy. Okay, will that work? Let me put one here too. Okay, got those out of the way. And I also use some extra pieces of parchment for folding in. This will make more sense as we go. I'm a pretty big visual learner. I feel like sometimes words get in the way. Haha. Okay, so I'm going to lay my book down, face down. And I wish this had more of an edge, but we might just use 2 pieces of napkin. So I usually start with my spine. And let's see. Yeah, we're good. I really enjoy this process. So I'm just going to get some of my glue. And not everybody does this, but I do. Look at how that's like basically like milk. I mean, it's so loose. And I'm just going to get sort of started on that. And the reason I do that is because, look, when I lay this down, look at how easily sort of sticks and makes it really easy for me to work with. And I'm going to start in the middle and be pretty generous with your glue. Like, the drier your brush, the more chances you're going to tear your paper. If you do tear your paper, we can fix it, but it's always nice when you don't because it's just easier. It's one less step. Look at how easily that's forming in that crevice. Can you see it? Ah, here we go. So it's just sinking in there, and I'm just using my brush to get all those really nice lines of the original spine of that book. And I'm going to start coming out. Excuse me. This friggin' cough just... And a lot of times I'll wrinkle up my napkin. I didn't do that this time. But sometimes I do. I might do it. I think I'm going to end up doing another layer on this, and I think I'll probably... So, I'm going to lift this up a little bit. And just get a little basic glue on there. Just to make my life easier. Come over. This process is so addictive to me. It's funny though, because like, I know there's lots of people who absolutely love fussy cutting, and I don't. So we're all different, right? Now, what I don't want is air pockets. So that's why you're kind of coming from the center out, because it's easier to see if there's an air pocket and to kind of get it off. Because you can release it along the sides. Let's see. Oh, that is going to be a gorgeous, gorgeous journal cover. Okay. So let's go along to this side. Ah, you know what? Let me lift this. I just, I found between not lifting it and adding glue and lifting it, my chance of tearing is so much less when I just lift it and add a little glue. Because that glue eventually would go through the paper. But I just like to give it a good head start. So let's get started in this middle. And just going through. So much fun. It's so much fun to see sort of what you're going to get. I mean, I like things that have a little mystery to them. So, and here we are. I think we're looking, sometimes what I'll do is sort of lift and look to see if I see any air bubbles. Okay, that looks really good to me. Look at how quick and easy that was. Okay, give me 1 sec. I'm going to give this a little bit of a blow with my hair dryer. I'll be right back. Okay. So I just dried it a little bit. It's still damp, but I just wanted to kind of be able to see. So I'm kind of checking along. I don't see any air bubbles because sometimes I don't see any, and then when I start sort of tilting it, but look at how cool that looks already. So now what we're going to do is we're going to flip this over, and let's start with this side. So what I want to do is basically make this look good. Fold this over as easily and nicely as possible. Here are my scissors. So see. Let's just see what we got here. Okay. We're good. So I'm going to cut some of the excess off this end. You can kind of have as much as you want. I mean, I want enough that when it comes over, it's enough that it's a border that I can cover that with the paper that I'm binding in. So I don't see the napkin. Or if I do, I'm only seeing that edge. That looks really nice. But I don't want it, well, I mean, it probably doesn't really matter, but I like to cut. I don't want a huge chunk of it because I don't want it to be lumpy. Oh, there we go. Okay. Got some piece off there. Let's give it a flip and get some off here. I don't know why I feel really nervous showing you guys this. I think it's because it's my first time doing a whole book. Okay, so here, where my book comes in, I'm going to cut just a little piece out. A little bit of a, like, triangle, just to give that a little room. Let's see if you can see that. See? So that's just giving me, like, so I don't have a whole lot of bulk there. Let's cut a tiny bit out on this one. Okay. So I have sort of this little triangle space there on either side. Okay. And then here, you know, I've seen people not do this. I'm going to cut just an edge off so I don't have that big corner here that's like all this extra material. And the idea obviously is to make it look good. So I've seen people who can fold it really, really nicely and they have that whole corner. For me, this is the way that works to get the nicest look. Okay, but all of this is pretty forgiving. So I'm going to get that corner just over a little bit. Okay. And this corner. Okay. So now I have those two corners folded over. And my corner looks nice and neat. And now I'm going to come in and I'm going to pull that napkin down just a little bit because I want that to be nice. Ah, there we go. A nice edge. Look at how clean that is. And sometimes I'll even take a little glue on my finger and just make sure that that's nice. And okay, so let's do the other side. Pull. Gentle fingers. Let's just check that. Yeah. That's looking really good. Okay. And the last piece I'm going to do is this edge right here. So just a little bit of glue. And let's pull it down. I think I'm going to need more napkin. Okay. Look at that first side. Looks really good, right? Okay. So, I'm going to flip this back over. I'm going to take this piece. And I'm just tucking it in here. Here that goes. So that when I flip pages over, I can protect the rest of my book. There we go. So I'm going to fold these over now. And I'm going to do the same thing to this side that I did to the first side. So let's get this out of the way so y'all can see. So I'm going to do my wedge down here again. And, you know, err on the side of leaving a little too much, because if you go to fold it and you feel like it's still really bulky, you can just take off more, right? Okay. This corner here. And this last corner down here. Good? Okay, so let's do it again. I put a little bit of glue there. And there we go. A little bit of glue. And there we go. Okay. Let's do, flip that over. Whoa, that's a lot of glue. Okay. And remember, we're going to pull. Check it. Looks good. Huh? Okay. Let's do this portion down low. Okay. Let's pull it. Okay. Oh, I got a little wrinkle there. I'm going to pull that up. There we go. There we go. And I have a little piece that tore right here. That's okay. I can fix that. I could even add a little pattern in there if I wanted to and make it look like I did it on purpose. So, I mean, I really feel like this technique is so forgiving. So we're going to pull that one. Okay. See. Okay. That corner looks like it could use a little. Okay. There we go. That's nice. I like to use my finger on these edges. Just get it wet with a little glue and run it over. And napkin's so thin, unlike, you know, when you're doing this with scrapbook paper or fabric, that it really kind of makes it super easy. Okay, now I got glue all over my hands, of course. Let's see, I got a little wipe. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put another piece over here. Let's see. And flip that over. So now we have this part that's going to cover that spine, right? And here's our cardboard. So we know we're only going to have a little edge. So I cut off a pretty good amount. I'm only going, what is that? Maybe 1/4 of an inch is what I'm leaving. Okay. Oh, see, that one's right slightly on my paper. There we go. Oh. Okay. And this one here. And let's take a little more off. Okay. And up and over. And when I flip this, yeah. Look at how nice and straight that is. That's completely flush with that original fabric, that piece that was left. This one's a little bulky. So I'm going to get in here and clean this up a little bit because I want it to look like that original piece. Okay. I lost a little piece of napkin there. So I'm going to cut it off. And I'm glad it's not perfect because... Okay. Give it a flip. Much nicer. So the top, now both these, it's seamless with this edge. So the edge goes all the way across like the original book. Let's get another piece of napkin. Do we need another piece? I think we're going to do one more. Now, there are times, actually, you know what? Yeah, let's just do one more. So, on this one, this napkin was huge. I think, yeah. Oh, actually, you know what I did with this one? Did I? No, I think I just did one layer of blue. On this one, I did the rose, and it was a smaller napkin, so I added some of this brown. So, should we do that? No, let's just do another green. Just keep it really, really easy. I'm trying to keep this as clear as possible. So let me get another one of these apart. Where did my washi tape go? Can I take it apart without it? Nope. Okay, let me grab my washi tape. See. You know what? That tape has no stick left. Here's a little tiny piece of double-sided tape. Usually when I have little scraps of washi tape, I kind of leave them on my lamp, and then I just have them ready for little things like this. Come on. You're making me look bad. There we go. Okay. Take that off. Oh, try not to tear it. Don't do that. Or do. It doesn't matter. Okay. So, I can play with this piece now. And I know that my edge, okay, that one's pretty good. I think it was this one. Yeah, that's super thin. I want that a little thicker. So, I'm going to tear a piece of this off because I think it looks more real. Like when you have a straight edge across that, it looks really obvious even when you decoupage it. So if I'm adding, like if I'm covering a mistake or anything, I will kind of give it a tear because it blends in with that original. Okay. And if I'm doing multiple patterns, I do it this way as well. Okay. Let's see. Plenty of glue. Okay. So got a little piece there. Let's have some fun with this. Let's do another piece on this spine. And I think this, like, once you get into this, you'll start kind of paper and index cards and book pages, and it's just really fun, and you just start to kind of get a feel for how you like to look at it. I'm going to tear, let's see. Just want, I like things to look, I'm going to do it that way. Okay. Okay. And maybe we'll do one more piece down here and double fold the that part of the spine. Okay. See? Yeah. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Let's flip it over again. Very carefully. Yeah. Whoa. There we go. Okay. You know what? Okay, come on. There you go. Good job. Okay. I am going to take this excess off. Okay. And okay. I don't even know. Do I need more glue? I might not. And let's get this little. Okay. So shape it in whichever way will work so you're not covering your paper. When I watched videos on how to do this, I got so caught up in cutting it the exact angle that they cut it and all of that, that I kind of missed the forest through the trees. If you know what you're trying to do, let's see, it makes it so much easier rather than being like, oh, that has to be a perfect 90-degree angle cut. You know what you're looking for. So manipulate the paper to do that. And get out of your head, because all we're doing is trying to make that look nice while we cover it with some decoupage paper, right? Let's see this one again. Okay. I'm going to fold this up a little bit. Maybe that'll make it easier for y'all to see. Okay. I already have one base on there, so I don't really even have to worry as much about this as the first time. Take a little piece off that side. Yeah. Okay. And we've got too much right there. Okay. Let's pull that. Oh, I didn't want that in there, did I? Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, sorry, that's not my reinforcement. See? Overthinking it. Okay. Just using my finger to make sure that stays nice and crisp. We're in good shape here. See? You know what? I'm going to finish it before I flip it. Have this little tiny piece here. Okay. And let's get this back here. Flip that over. You know what? I need another piece of wax paper, don't I? Where did I put it? Ah, right here. Get that right there. Flip you over. Don't worry, none of this goes to waste. I use it over and over and over again. I usually have so much different sort of decoupage stuff drying at any one time. Let's take a look. What's going on here? Flip it. Oh, okay. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Nice and straight. And this side is going to be easy. Taking just that little extra piece off there. I found the more that I stopped sort of going, oh, okay, I got to cut this at 4mm edge with, you know, X, Y, and Z, the more successful I was, because instead of doing that, I started thinking, okay, I want this corner to look good. And what do I need to do that? So all the techniques I'm giving you, the sort of like cutting those edges across those corners and making those little V shapes here, give you the starting place. But then after that, you know what you're looking for. Okay, one more here. Get you in. Uh-oh, did it again. Here, I think I can fix that. There we go. There we go. Okay. See how I was able to fix that corner? Okay. Pull this one up. Okay. We're going to come up. Oh, we got too much right there, don't we? Ah. And, okay. And napkin, like I said, is just so much more forgiving than the thick scrapbook papers and the fabric, that I think it's a great way to start your technique, because now if you do this 4 or 5 times, you really know what you're looking for. By the time you get to doing fabric and different things, you're going to be like, oh, I get it, you know. But this is so forgiving. Wow. I already love it. I love it. Okay. Let's get this last piece done. Okay. I think that's going to need to be pulled a little more. Get my finger, get some glue. Huh? See. And voila. Now I'm just going to feel these little corners right here. And what I'm trying to do is just make sure they're not bulky. And that is fine. See this one? Hold on. Oh. That one's fine. Fine. See? Okay. I'm going to put this paper here. Coming back over. Okay. I think we're good there. Okay. And this is what I'm going to do. Remember how I told you to save the insides of these books? Okay. So this one's going to go here. I'm folding it all back together, but everything is wrapped in its paper, right? Wrapped there. Wrapped here. So everything's separated. I will take this and I'm going to throw 2 or 3 other books on top of it. And I'm going to unwrap it tomorrow. I usually just do 3 or 4 of these. And if I get my decoupage stuff out, I'll be like, oh, you know what? Let me do some napkins or, not napkins, sorry, index cards or whatever. Let me do some tags just to use up all my little pieces. And I'll do a few of these and then I just wrap them up. And in the morning, I've got all of this awesome stuff to check on. So we will touch base again tomorrow. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe. I hope it's helpful. Super excited to do this book together. Okay, thanks.